Hi guys, welcome to another Australian Formula One.
You couldn't even get high out. Look at it. It's gold. Sorry.
So mate, what else have we got going on in Formula One this week that we want to talk about?
We have BMW, mate, with young Nick Heidfeld turning around and saying the car is better than last year's car, which is great. I'd expect it to anyway.
Yeah.
But saying that still plenty to do on the car, mate, to get it up to speed.
He was talking it down a little bit a couple of weeks ago, and then Kubica came out and was saying the car was improving, and then now Nick said the same thing. So you know, fingers crossed that it is.
I really want BMW to take a step up this year, mate.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed they will. They're heading in the right direction at least anyway, mate.
They are indeed. Yeah.
I'm worried about Toyota still, and I'm worried about Honda in particular.
Do you lie in bed at night, Max, worried about it?
I thrash. I toss and turn, mate. I'm sleeping tablets.
Are you
now.
thinking about Renault's W-Wing and thinking just what's that going to look like?
I'm dying to see this proposed rear wing.
And the new aero bits and all, you know, all of that. And,
it's going to be interesting.
We've still got Super Aguri to come. They crashed their car for the test this week as well. I like that. They've only got
pushing it to the limit, mate.
I love it because they just don't have that many cars, and the fact they have to destroy one, I just find that quite funny. But anyway,
poor guys. Hopefully they'll do all right this year. But mate, I'll be interested to see how Renault go. The obvious because Alonso's going there, but something tells me that he's not as confident as what he makes out. I think he thinks this car, we're not going to be fighting for wins, podiums at best. Yeah, but it's a good car.
He has come out with a few comments in the last few days. Yeah,
I'm not convinced. Kimi says, "I love the Ferrari. It's a rocket." Alonso says, "Oh well, we're going to be, you know, aiming for podiums, and the car's good, but you know, bit of work to do." I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I'm
a bit worried.
He's looking at the performance clause in his contract, just working out which one he's going to use.
I think we all know that eventually he'll go to Ferrari,
yeah.
and that's fine. I mean, he's biding his time, but a couple of years, mate, in a pretty ordinary car can do a lot for your reputation. And I hope, you know, I mean, a lot of people believe that this will be his one and only year at Renault before he goes to Ferrari. But don't forget, Massa's got the longer contract at Ferrari till 2010, and Kimi's till 2009. So I don't know what's going to happen there, mate. But interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Alonso can do this year. Mate, the season's so close now. They've got a big block of testing coming up, and then there'll be a short break, and then it'll be on, Max.
Game on.
Yeah,
Melbourne.
Can't wait.
Awesome. Oh, and speaking of Melbourne, a lot of conjecture as well in the press this week about Melbourne actually losing its Grand Prix after 2010.
And the the New South Wales Premier, I was pleased to come out. He came out and said that Sydney, you know, might have a crack if the price was right and the deal was right.
The price won't be right, and
no,
the deal won't be right. Because Bernie will
demand everything.
I want $48 million to host the race.
And I've got to say, I mean, obviously we're Australian and that, but it would be really sad if there wasn't a Grand Prix in Australia, I've got to say, for a World Championship. And let's see what the Victorian government, where the Melbourne race is, what they can do, mate.
Mate, it brings about 165 million Australian dollars to the Melbourne economy on an annual basis. They have $26 million worth of costs in setting up, pulling down, and haulage costs. Yeah. They lose about 60 million or something or other. Lose about 30 million to the race itself.
On the actual event.
On the actual event, but when you do the maths,
what it brings to the economy,
we're still up about 115 million just for the Victorian government. So if that's not a successful event, then I'm buggered if I know what is.
And it puts the city of Melbourne on the map, and there's all the flow-on economic benefits.
That's one of the reasons why I don't think Sydney will ever get the Grand Prix, because there's a lot of other worthy causes that the money could be spent on in our state, New South Wales. But Sydney doesn't need any more advertising
More
to the
worthy
world.
than F1.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows Sydney, pretty much, throughout the water has heard of it. Formula One, I don't know that it's going to bring that many more advantages to Sydney.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. But I'd love a Grand Prix in Sydney. I mean, how fantastic would it be? It'd be good for the tourism and all that, but I
Yeah.
don't see that anymore.
Well, mate, I've seen all the press, and I agree with what Ron Walker said, which was that Bernie's just starting off the negotiations.
He's
and
fired a
just-
shot
he's
over
just-
the bow.
Exactly.
It's part
He's
of his
just-
negotiations.
He's putting his first couple of cards on the table. and
They don't really want it, so maybe we won't give it to them.
Exactly.
Whatever.
So, we'll see what happens there. It would be disappointing if there was no race, but we'll see how it plays out.
I fingers crossed.
All right, Max. Well, I think that's all this week. We've covered quite a lot, actually, mate.
We have. Blabbed on a lot. Covered a lot. Laughed a bit. It's been good.
All right, guys. Well, as always, thanks for your comments, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.